Good afternoon, classmates, especially to our teacher, Miss Owen. Good afternoon, ma'am. So this afternoon, I will discuss about my topic, A Mystery of Heroism by Stephen Crane. So before we'll proceed to the topic or to the story or the short story, we will discuss first about the writer and what are his contribution in the American literature. So Stephen Crane was an American poet, novelist, and a short story writer who was born on November 1, 1871 at Newark, New Jersey, USA, and died at the age of 28. Stephen Crane was one of the America's foremost realistic writers, and his work have been credited with marking of the beginning of the modern American naturalism. Crane began writing at the age of 4 and several articles published by the age of 16. He was the youngest in the family of 14 children. His desire to write was inspired by his family, and apparently, he won in the international acclaim in 1895 for his Civil War novel entitled The Red Badge of Courage, which he wrote without any battle experience. So this this novel entitled The Red Badge of Courage is one of his work. Not just this, but I think it has a lot of novel that he wrote, especially in my is it is also included um, my topic, which is the what they call this one, the short story of a mystery of heroism. So I think you already know a short background about the writer. So let us discuss in the main topic, which is a story about heroism. So the character of the story is Fred Collins, a protagonist, and also the other soldier of the field. What the story is all about? The story is all about a soldier who's being teased by his comrades running across to the bomb out house to get water in the midst of the war because of being thirsty. What is the significance of the title? This story is the first published war story of Stephen Crane. Crane theory here is that heroism is a mystery rather than a deliberate choice or a thoughtful decision, but it is also something every man is capable of exhibiting. Fred Collins, a protagonist of the story, is in the midst of a war, and the battle is violent and real. Collins suddenly develops an inexplicable thirst. He wants water, and his desire does not wane. Across the battlefield, Collins spies a well, and again expressed his desire for a drink of water. Though there is no one in the field between him and the well, the enemy is treating the empty space as a battlefield. That means it is a dangerous proposition for anyone to cross the field. This is a reckless act, but Collins is inexplicably unafraid of doing it, and he crosses the territory. Collins wonders again what it means to be a hero. Collins that he realizes that what he had always seen as a heroism was not as impressive noble as he had always assumed. Colin is disappointed. He knows that he is not afraid, but he is also quite aware that he is not a hero. Collins eventually does not experience some fear despite that he stops and tries to give water to the fallen soldier lying in the field. It is a risky thing to do, but yet he do this without hesitation. The This act is heroic despite of the fact that it has no ultimate significance to the war, to the battle, or even to the fallen soldier. In fact, the bucket of water he manages to bring back to his fellow soldiers eventually shoot out of his hands and falls empty to the ground. We, like Collins, are left to ponder the idea that heroism is not much about the result as it is about the willingness to take risk for the benefit of the others. In this case, the water was not particularly helpful or useful for anyone. However, the fact does not negate the significance of his heroic journey to get for them. What is the symbolism of the story? The most important piece of symbolism in this story, in this short story, is of course the bucket of water that Collins risked life and limb to go and fetch. And also, it symbolizes heroism that displays a massive risk to hit water for Ben. Yes, it is the very it is the most important piece of symbolism in this short story because um, as you can see, he is in the midst of war, but because of his desire to drink water, so he crosses the territory without even hesitating. Then after he get the water, a bucket of water, um, he what they call this one? He wants to give the water. Also, he wants to share the water he get from the well to his fellow comrades. But apparently, the bucket of water shoot out of his hands. Then it uh, and it fell on the ground. That is why the bucket is empty. But um, it symbolizes really of heroism. What is the theme of the story? The theme is all about the foolishness and pointlessness of war. Uh, yes, apparently, that is correct. The theme of the story is the foolishness and pointlessness of war. Because, in my own opinion, if both of the parties have um, a desire to get a peaceful um, place, then both of the parties must respect their beliefs, their traditional beliefs, their culture, so that if you respect others, as the says goes by, respect begets respect. So if you respect them, they will respect also you. So in that case, there is no chaos if you respect each other. Um, I think my report is already done, and already explained some idea, some um, topic based on my own opinion, based on what are my understanding on the mm, on the short story. But even though I didn't even read the whole story, I already imagine it that it is not easy for the soldier to risk his own life just to fetch a water, his desire to drink a water. But because of his desire, it leads him to be a hero. Well, for me, some people may ask is some there is a what they call this one. There is a question on this story: is Fred Collins considered as a hero? Yes or no? But for me, I think it's yes, because of his desire to drink a water. Um, he risked. I think he risked his own life just to get the water, just to get the water. And after he get the water, he realizes that he wants to share with his comrades, even with a soldier who fallen after he is being shot by the enemy. That is why I think he is considered as a hero because of his courage, because of his courage, because of his what they call this one, because of his decision. So, guys, that is all for this afternoon. I wish and I hope that you learned something from my report. And sorry if I am not so good in speaking in English, but I'm trying my best. So, good morning, good afternoon, classmates. Good afternoon, ma'am. And stay safe as always. Thank you.